Crabs, baby, crabs!
Crabs, 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 crabs!
Welcome to Maryland. Population 455 million. Not people, I'm talking about blue crabs. Maryland's much tastier population. I've never tasted people before. I guess that line's kind of weird. Anyway, the Chesapeake Bay has over 1/3 of all blue crabs harvested in the country, and while Virginia has its own proud tradition of working these waters, it's Maryland that lives, breathes, and of course eats Chesapeake blue crab to the fullest.
Maryland crabs!
They love it hard shell, they love it soft shell, and they love it pretty much every way in between. But crab isn't just for eating in Maryland, it's for fishing, picking, packing, and celebrating like the culinary and economic royalty that it is. After dipping to dangerously low levels a few decades ago because of pollution and over-harvesting, Maryland's favorite crustacean is thriving on the bay once again, thanks to the watermen, scientists, and rare old crab-loving citizens who dug in deep to help the blue crab population claw its way back. There are literally thousands of Chesapeake watermen who launch their low-riding dead-rise boats from Maryland docks, and they all hit the water early, real early. So we woke up before sunrise to work the lines with watermen who have been crabbing the upper bay for decades. Meet Steve Retallick. How long you been doing this for?
Started coming out here when I was 8, so probably about 20 years, 18, 20 years. Usually get out on the boat about 5:30 or so and don't get back till about 3, 4 o'clock. First we get the flag on the boat and we pull the flag up through there on the rope, and Bob turns the winder on, the pop comes up and you gotta unclip it. You dump out the crabs, put fresh bait in it, close the door, and get ready to put it back in the water.
And you sell direct to restaurants, you don't sell to like a packing house.
Right, yeah, directly to restaurants. They know the crab that we're bringing comes out of the water the same day. It's not sitting in the cooler for 3 or 4 days and being passed on from one guy to another to another. They know it's coming directly out of the water right to the store.
Like many crews, Steve's is family. His uncle Bob Wiley runs the trot line and captains the Dragon Lady with the steady hand of a 30-year waterman.
Yeah, I'm a 3rd generation. Been doing it all my life.
How many crabs do you think you caught?
Too many to mention.
What was it like a couple decades ago, like out here?
The water quality has been definitely getting better. I mean, years ago, you know, it was a lot of pollution and all, and now the state has stepped up and they're cleaning the bay up, and definitely helps us crabbing. You know, we cleaner bay, and you know, we can catch more volume of crab. And you know, and it's got its good points, bad points. I mean, you know, you come out here, some days you catch crabs, other days you may not. But you know, overall, I'd rather be doing this than, you know, sitting in an office somewhere.
Yeah.
If I wasn't a waterman, I wouldn't know what to do.
Watermen like Steve and Bob are a vital part of Maryland's fishing industry, which adds about $600 million to the state's economy each year. Larger commercial vessels might sell their catch to industrial packing houses in the lower bay, but a small family operation like the Dragon Lady usually sells direct to restaurants, and nothing beats a fresh crab boil at a true blue Maryland crab house. So with our morning on the water coming to an end, we hopped in the car, crossed the Bay Bridge, and headed for Annapolis, Maryland's capital and home to the Point, a top-notch crab spot where Chef Bobby Jones was prepping a straight-from-the-bay crab boil just for us.
These are Chesapeake Bay blue crabs. We source all of our crabs locally from Maryland. If I'm just hanging out, cracking crabs with friends and family, I'll pick crabs a certain way.
Yeah.
This is kind of the casual way.
Show me.
Hold them in your palm. Put your thumb on that back fin.
Okay, thumb on the back fin.
And then just take the top off like that.
Take the top off.
Yep. You can see right in here.
Yeah.
That's like pure love. That's wonderful. Oh, it doesn't look good, but it tastes good.
So this is all just crab fat here.
Yeah,
so
crab fat.
Can I pop this in my mouth here?
Yeah, just take, taste it. I mean, that's crabby, dude.
Crab butter.
It's the crab butter.
My goodness.
I mean, it's rich. It's like minerally.
Oh my
If
God.
you're making a crab stock or a fish stock, I want that shit. I want that in there.
Hell yeah.
So then you have your topless
Right.
crab, and then we're just going to take it with our thumbs on this piece and just crack it right in half. So yeah, try it with a little bit, just a little bit of vinegar. It's good, and a little bit of this. That's good eating right there, brother.
Oh wow, the vinegar
Vinegar changes it,
takes
right?
it to a totally different level.
Yeah, it's apple cider vinegar. I mean, it brightens everything up. Spice is really what gives it this kind of boldness and heat and salt. But by itself, it is, you know, there's salt, sweet, soft texture, very delicate. It's like nothing else on the planet as far as I'm concerned. There is absolutely a difference between the fat content, the sweetness, the salinity, and also there's a personal side of it, just growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, and you know, I know a lot of people that do this, you know, this is how they make their living. It's part of who we are as Marylanders, and it speaks for itself.
If picking hard-shell blue crabs with an ice-cold natty bow in your hand is work, it must be the best damn work there is. We cracked our last claws with Chef Bobby and set off to meet up with a pair of Marylanders that are doing a totally different sort of crab work, establishing sustainable fishing practices to preserve the Chesapeake's blue crab bounty for the next generation. The Chesapeake has had a pretty impressive revitalization period.
It was in bad shape. All the sewage was going into the Chesapeake.
And that means the crabbers and their families are dependent on this crab population and a healthy bay.
Because the crab population in 2008 was declared a federal disaster. It is much cleaner now.
We've worked hand in hand for the last 8 years with Dr. Eric Schott, who is a crab biologist out of Harvard University, is working at the University of Maryland studying the crab population. We harvest crabs for them to do their research.
You guys actually helped them or discovered a virus.
So I was very excited, and I said, look, if you're gonna let me dissect something, come on over and let's work together. When commercial crabbers and the scientists work together to problem solve, I think that we have proven that we've made a formidable team.
The main way that we sustainably harvest is by throwing the light crabs back. A light crab is one that is recently shed, and his shell is just getting hard, but he hasn't filled up with meat yet.
We think they need to stay in the bay to mate, to grow, and to sustain the population. So we never harvest them. We wish some of our friends would join us in this practice, but so far we have not been terribly successful.
Because it's technically legal to take them, and most
And
people
it's profitable.
Adult female population was up 31% from last year. That's great. And the scary thing is the juvenile population was down 54% from last year.
You've got to look down the line into the future, and if you can't see beyond this week's harvest or this season's harvest, then you're not going to make those critical choices that are so important for the future of our industry. It's better for the environment, it's better for the crab population, and it's better for the consumer.
You're working to try to make things better. Why? Why is this so important to you?
It's independence. It's being able to go out there and work for myself. And it's hard work.
And we don't want to lose that history and heritage and the tradition of what a waterman means in the Chesapeake Bay. It's as old as the founding of the state. And therefore it is very important to us.
I'm so passionate about these crabs and wanting the population to continue is because I grew up doing this. When I was a kid, I remember hours and hours and days of summers throwing a little hand line out and pulling it in and scooping a crab. And that was a wonderful thing, and I want kids to be able to do that forever. Simple.
Did you enjoy this episode of Food Groups? If you did, please subscribe to Thrillist YouTube channel, watch this episode right here, and of course, like and comment below. We will see you next week.